It's Oklahoma Archery. Everything archery based out of Oklahoma for Oklahomans. Let's get it started. Hello, everybody. And this is the No Glasses David from the Oklahoma Archery Podcast.
I'm Nick O'Neill, and we got the very first ever Bowhunter Games champion with us, Mr. Lawson Veit. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Man, gotta ask. You're the first ever champion at a brand new event. Just won $60,000 at an ASA event, shooting your hunting bow of all things. I mean, what's going through your head when that's happening?
I don't know. It wasn't really what I expected. I mean, I've been in some shoot downs before, and as I've been in more, it's like it just seems like it gets easier. The first ones I got pretty worked up on, and here lately it's just been way easier to manage. So it really wasn't as bad as I expected going into the shoot down. It seems like I've been kind of getting more of the nerves out before we actually start shooting. So it wasn't too bad this time.
Well, everyone knows you just won because they just listened. But let's take a half a step back and let's tell everyone where you're at, what you got going on.
I'm from Stillwater, Oklahoma. I go to school at Lindenwood University. It's in St. Charles, Missouri. So I moved in here right now. I've got one semester left, so be graduating here this December.
What are you going to graduate with?
Environmental science degree.
All right. Now let's jump into the fun stuff. Since we're going to concentrate on the Bowhunter games, tell everyone what your bow setup was for this weekend and what you shot.
Yep, I had a Elite Exalt 35 long draw. It's got the bigger cams, which just seemed to fit me better. I really like that bow. I shot it pretty well leading up to the event and just at the event. Was really happy with it. I used a True Ball XL driver. That was a great sight. My first time using that sight, and really impressed with it too. Then I think I had Shrewd bars, and then what else? I think that's about it. Ultra arrows. I think that's about it.
204s or 166s?
I actually ran 246s.
246s. That's right. I was 4 mil, 5 mil, 6 mil. It's hard to keep track if you don't measure in American units, freedom units as we call them.
Yeah. What was the biggest change going from an ASA to that you had to really try to tackle?
I mean, the bow was obviously different. It's so different switching from a hunting bow after putting a year's worth of work into target setup, taking the lens out. It's so different shooting dots and practicing with the Bowhunter setup compared to like actually shooting the 3D targets. I mean, I don't really think people expected it to be that hard to see, like what you're aiming at. There are a lot of 14s that, I mean, comfortable range to shoot at. You just couldn't see enough to shoot at them, which that was a big change. And then the hills were just interesting. I mean, I'm not used to shooting hills, so.
A lot of uphill, not very much downhill is what I'm told.
I don't think, we shot 60 pretty much uphill targets.
It's not shooting them uphill that's a problem for me. It's walking them to get my arrows in back. That's what I saw after your second day. I saw the sweat just coming off of you. I'm like, man, they're going to go make him shoot another 5 or 10 targets. Like, golly, he's already 60 in.
Yeah, that was interesting.
See, so this is the second time I've heard something about them all being uphill, and then it looked like in the shoot-off they almost all were downhill.
Yep, they were. It definitely played a factor. I think I was trying to watch people ahead of me in the shoot down, and everybody was hitting high, so definitely something changed out there. I don't know if it was the bow sitting in the sun all day or just downhill or what. But.
Yeah. Cutting yardage, man. Cutting and always cutting uphill, cutting downhill. I don't know why, because physics escapes me and I'm not really a science guy. But if you're uphill, cut some yardage. If you're downhill, cut some yardage. That's just always what I've been told. How much, I don't know.
I just used my rangefinder for all the uphills and didn't have an issue, but I was definitely hitting high on the downhills. So I thought that was kind of interesting.
You said that was the first time you were using the Excel driver.
Mm-hmm.
What size pin? 10,000?
10,000s. I cut the end of it off, and then shoved it in the post. Tried to get it as fine as possible.
Light on there?
Yeah, I ran an ETAC light.
Okay. So what's your normal hunting sight? Are you a multi-pin, or are you just a regular slider, or what do you kill deer with?
I haven't got to do a ton of bow hunting in the last couple of years. I usually just run a single pin when I do. That's what I'm used to. So.
Fair enough. I was curious because you said that was the first time using that specific sight, and I'm like, well, what's normal? I'm still a 4-pin that I never slide.
Yeah.
It does slide, but I don't. Never needed more than 50 yards.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Well, I think probably the next most question everybody wants to know is, at the end of the shoot off, they had asked, what are you going to do with this? And you had commented something to the effect of, my car's broke down, or it broke down coming over, something like that. So tell everyone what you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't remember. It was either Wednesday or Thursday. I think it's Thursday. We were driving to dinner after the round, and it was going fine. Then, like 10 minutes away from the restaurant, the car just starts tweaking. I'm like, I don't know what this thing's doing. It started, I don't know, the RPMs and stuff just started dipping and it was trying to die. But anyway, it wasn't going to make it home, I don't think. So we ended up dragging it back.
So I was going to say, did you trailer it back?
Yeah, we figured out it was probably smart.
Okay. So since then, have you went car shopping?
No, not yet. trying to fix this one, but haven't got anywhere yet.
Okay. That's what the inquiring minds want to know.
Yep.
Save that money, man. I wish I had half of it back I spent when I was your age. Don't have. I tell you now, I don't have anything to show for it 10 years later.
That's not a good sign.
$60,000. Go buy some deer hunting ground while you're there. As long as you got while you got residency established. I don't know if they do a lifetime license or not, but go get you a little 5 or 10 acre wooded patch and get you a lifetime license. So when you move back home or wherever you end up after school, you can always go back and qualify for your Missouri tags. Kill some big deer.
Definitely be a good investment. That's for sure.
I'm just saying, man, you got deer hunting ground. You never know who's going to want to be your friend come September.
Yeah, for sure.
I heard one other comment they were talking about at the shoot offs, the distances that they were telling us on TV, man, those things were stretched out there a long ways. Do you feel it really benefited you being in the lead? And let's say someone was in 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, it really hampered them from being able to catch up?
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, I can't say it didn't, just because really nobody, I think Nathan Brooks was the only one that went up in the shoot down that I paid attention to. I mean, it was stout. They were all far.
So you went through it. You had a great shoot. Looking back, what would you say would help benefit the games next year?
Man, I really didn't have too many complaints. I thought ASA did a good job running the tournament, I thought. There was some issues, just stuff you can't really plan for. Like, I know the first day the rounds got started late just because people didn't show up, which it rained, and I mean, you can't really plan for that. But
yeah,
the tournament, I thought the targets and all the bow regulations, I thought all that was good. I would like to maybe see uppers be in play. I didn't really understand not having uppers, but other than that, I enjoyed. It was a great weekend. I think it seemed like the majority of people had fun. So I
heard a lot of those comments. Man, this is the funnest tournament I've been to. Yeah, I heard a lot of that.
I had a great time.
Yeah, not everybody gets to shoot with the pros every weekend. For some random guy that's never been, competing at the highest level, you go out there and you don't know who you're getting paired with, and all of a sudden it's like, man, I'm gonna learn something. I got some big names here on the stake, and you just kind of, I don't know if it's greatness by osmosis or you shoot up to your competition or just being able to see what the guys do. It's this big mystery to the amateurs. It's like, I wonder what the pros are doing over there. It's like we all think they got, golf carts and beer girls and everything else going on and disco music playing. It's like, no, they're just shooting around like everybody else, but just at a much higher level.
Yeah, there's a lot of diversity too with all the ranges they had set. I mean, the range was all far stuff, and then they had some shorter ranges that were more technical. I mean, it was pretty neat. You got a lot of diversity.
Did you shoot all 30 in the same on your first day, or did you have to shoot more than 30 on day 2?
No, we shot 30 the first day.
Okay. I know there were some people that had to kind of split that first one up based on time and running out of light or, stuff like that. So definitely, I think next year they'll probably give them a little bit more time being not only 30 targets, but 80-yard walk in between.
Yeah, the walks definitely took longer, especially, I mean, it's so hard to have that many people on the same page. So
going from a hardcore ASA follower for several years, you did this. Is there anything you learned for your bow setup or your shot or anything that you want to, hey, I think I'm going to implement that next year into my bow setup or my target setup?
Not really off the top of my head. I mean, I just did a lot of testing prior to the tournament. I shot all sorts of different length bars and just kind of settled on what worked for me. In the past, I haven't really paid much attention to tuning, like third axis and torque tuning and that. I did put more time into that this year. I got to a tournament and my third axis was off, so I actually did bump that and make that adjustment. Now that I look back on it, I think sight tapes were a big deal for me this tournament. I've always just used the metal tapes and a pair of calipers, but I used precision cut this tournament, and it saved such a hassle. So
okay,
you got somebody there with the big chronograph that takes your speed here and there, or do you use one chrono and set it here and then move it up?
No, I think I did like the 10 yards out of the bow and then like 50 yards or something out of the bow, something like that. But
there you go.
Man, it was spot on. Couldn't really complain about that.
So what would you say your average shot was, distance?
It's
maybe group them. So many this, so many that.
I want to say we probably had 5 or 6 past 65 maybe. And then it seemed like the average, there was a lot from like 57 to 45. That's probably, I mean, there's a ton of shots in that range, which, I mean, it's not a super long ways, but when you get it up a pretty steep hill, it definitely, and bad lighting, it's pretty tough.
And no magnification?
No magnification, nothing.
Yeah.
I think it's every year I set up my hunting bow. I love taking that lens out because it just sits and you're like, okay, anytime this arrow wants to leave would be good. It's there. And 10 seconds later, you're still squeezing on it like, well, the bow ain't moved, so I'm not in a hurry, but the deer might be theoretically moving down there. So you need to, something's got to happen. Something's got to go. But you put the lens back in and it just shakes and wobbles and everything else. So to me, it makes me think I've got, too much weight on the bow. What did you end up stabilizer weights and lengths? Because you run a pretty stout stack of weights on your target rig.
Yeah, I ran a 10-inch bar off the back with 16 ounces, and then I ran a 12-inch bar, and then I had like it was probably an inch extender with 16 ounces on the front. And I think I put 3 ounces on the riser too. So
16, 16, and 3. So that was heavy. That was not an elk hunting bow.
It was pretty heavy for a bow hunter setup, like all that mass so close to each other. But
yeah.
Did y'all catch the front bar of Kyle Douglas's where he had it coming back?
That was pretty good thinking. I would have never thought of that.
That's what I thought. I thought he just put a V bar on the end and had extra. I thought that's pretty salty.
Yeah.
I liked it, obviously, for the rule compliance aspect. But what was curious to me was, does he stack them even, or even though it's out front, can you feel the difference left and right? Like, can you feel that? Will it change that grip pivot point in your hand? I think, right? I mean,
you would think so. I bet you see people trying it after that.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never seen that before.
There's a guy in Florida that ran it in 145 last year. and a buddy of mine that moved here knew of somebody that had done that. But I think that was just to get under the what is it, 15, 18, whatever the I don't know the rule. It's not ASA season. Leave me alone. I'm off the clock, man. I'm slipping.
Had a long season.
Dude, it is deer killing time. I haven't answered a phone call. Everybody thinks I'm either dead or mad at them. It's been awesome. I've turned that thing off for like 45 days in a row. It's just the great blackout period of the year. But looking ahead to ASA season, you know, we want the Bowhunter games to grow. We want to get to more. We got to get to the Bowhunters. That's always been the key. You know, ASA made the Hunter 45 class. Looking at it from the pro standpoint, what would you change structurally about our tournaments? Like, I mean, I would love to see you back at 60 yards because I think that you're going to outrun them all. And I know the 12 ring gets crowded when you try to cram 5 27 diameter arrows in there. What did you like about it from this that you want to see more of on the Pro-Am tour?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of tough to compare them just because it was so different. But, I mean, the tough courses were definitely challenging. It brought a whole new aspect of different variables that you had to shoot in, which, I mean, it's always kind of neat. I feel like, I mean, London wasn't as hard as this tournament, hill-wise and stuff like that, and you still get misses from it. So, I don't know. I mean, maybe more challenging courses or something like that might make more variables for people. I'm not really sure.
I'm always curious. It's a customer service industry, you know, even if it's not reasonable or logical, the customer's always right. So the guys that show up and pay that much money to compete, whatever they want more of, that's what we ought to have. So, you know, I know they we couldn't hear the interviews during the shoot off, but we heard the little girl with the guitar back there in perfectly crisp audio for the entire shoot off. I don't know how that happened. We had Josh Grind with the mic going, and then you hear the girl singing her song back there. I'm like, hey, that's kind of catchy tune. So, I mean, just more of like a lifestyle event. Like I could almost see them trying to do one of these at a smaller scale at every Pro-Am.
I did like the way the shoot down was ran. That was kind of neat. I feel like that was a cooler aspect. Different. I think it has potential.
I like that too. And I like the way that they tried to bring you shooters out to the public and let them see who you guys were. I think that's a huge plus on marketing. That's what's going to allow, I think, more Joe public to watch and listen.
I think it did. I like three things about it. I like that it was very digestible, and it seems like they got almost every arrow from every archer on those different cameras. Like they did a really good job smash cutting. Where when you get 5 out there at a time, it's so hard they're looking at one arrow and talking about another guy. And so from a live streaming thing, that was awesome. But I like that they had the guys that were in 9th and 10th. I like the 2 guy pairings based on bottom up. So they know they're behind. They got to go out there and put a big number up. But it's strategically, you came in as the 1 seed. I like that you won the qualifying round. You should have the right to see everybody else's scores play out and then figure out how much you have to gas it. And then I like that they actually had your closest competition with you. So you're watching Bodie there. Okay, did Bodie hit one? I got to hit one. I missed one. Bodie hit one. Bodie missed one. I can shoot safe 10. So I feel like, and I've never been in a shoot down, so you'll have to educate me a little bit. But when there's 5 of them out there and y'all are 10 or 6 points away, anybody can make a jump. You don't know who's where, so you don't know how hard to go at them. Is that?
Well, it's so hectic at the normal ASAs. Like, I mean, you don't have time to look at where people hit generally, and by the time they read the scores off, you already got to be ranging and getting ready to shoot the next one. So it was definitely, I mean, I enjoyed that shoot down format. And I mean, it kind of reminds me of like Lancaster shoot up. I mean, if somebody's just smashing them coming from behind, you know, you might have to hit something, which is kind of different. Like if you didn't have a bow hunter set up and long targets like at a normal ASA, that definitely put some pressure on.
Yeah.
Hey, Neil, I got to roll. Read your phone.
Read your phone. All right. We'll take it home. Let's see. Oh, there we go. All right. Now that we don't have to talk about indoor archery anymore, let's talk about the rest of the season. You got one semester left, so
Yep.
you're in your 4th year. Did you take a whole bunch of classes to get graduated by Christmas, or did you do summer school?
No, I had some credits going in from high school.
There you go. I got there and they wouldn't take my high school credits. They're like, no, man, we don't. I don't know about the public education in Skytug, Oklahoma, but this has not reached the level that we're wanting here. So good on you. You said you're not going to get to do a ton of hunting while you're over there.
I'll probably do some. I just normally don't. I've got some deer back home I'm gonna try to get after. So
there you go. Somebody out there feeding them for you. Get dad to go throw some corn out.
Trying to.
That's a good man right there. It's 100 degrees, and he's out there just putting in the work, changing camera batteries.
Bought him 300 batteries before I left. So
did you really?
Yep.
I got mine a set of bowstrings. He was like, "What do I owe you for those strings?" I was like, "Just go switch my camera batteries out. I don't want to drive 2 hours to take 10 minutes to go do it and drive 2 hours home." I'm like, it's a 4-hour trip for 4 minutes of work. But that's just part of the game. Back in the day, we didn't have trail cams growing up. You'd sit till a deer showed up, run an arrow through it, go track it, and leave. And now I'm sitting here, I got my target buck at the feeder, going across the creek to get a drink, and back at the feeder between 6:50 and 8:34. So I've got this dude mapped out a month ahead of time, and it's like, how spoiled are we? I mean, what is this even a sport anymore?
Just wait till he leaves and you try to find him again.
No, they summer on us, and he'll be dead by October 3rd.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna get a sniff of the rut. That's once they do that, they're getting hit on the highway. So
yeah.
So after we both get our deer killed, hopefully, fingers crossed, and if you're shooting somebody else's deer, that's cool too. Grandma needs to check them deer in too. She's got 6 tags. What are you looking forward to this winter? I mean, you gonna go to some of the big indoor shoots, I bet.
Yeah, I think I can't quite call 3D quits yet. We got a collegiate 3D tournament in October, so
I forget. Yeah, so y'all go back to Foley for that, right?
Go back to Foley, and then after that, I'll probably just hunt for a little bit and start getting ready for indoor. I'm looking forward to it. So
that's good. What is the collegiate event at Foley like? Is it a pretty big turnout? Is it because they do it individual and team as well, right?
It's a very unique dynamic, like compared to other general 3D shoots. I think everybody shoots just a standard 40 targets, and then after that, it pairs like your scores. It just takes your individual scores and then makes teams out of them based off the higher scores. So like if you have a good open shooter in men's and a good open shooter in women's, then they'll combine them scores compared to everybody else, and you'll have a team in that, and like all your open guys. So it's pretty neat there. And then they'll have shoot downs, and everybody's screaming and yelling. It's not quiet like a normal ASA or anything. It gets pretty crazy.
College kids get a little rowdy.
I think last year people were like beating on trash cans and had trumpets and stuff. So
okay,
it's a whole new deal. It's actually really fun. I wish stuff like that would kind of take off more.
It is a little eerie when it gets quiet in that shoot down. And I've never shot in one, and it's still almost like somebody either needs to make some noise or everybody needs to keep being quiet. I don't know, but I'm catching third-hand anxiety on behalf of the people shooting their bows right now, and it's just
your heart start beating.
Yeah, it's like my heart rate's up, and I don't even have a bow in my hand. Like that's crazy, dude. I don't know. I think your shoot down in Minden, I about put the truck in the ditch with Hunter Hume in the front seat, holding on for dear life. I was looking at that last arrow, and I felt the rumble strip hit my other tire. Like, the first tire goes over the rumble strip, and you're like, that's not good. I felt it on the driver's side, and he's like, are you going to stop this truck from going in the ditch? And we kind of overcorrected and did this number going back. But we were trying to beat a hailstorm/tornado. Every time we go to Minden, there's a tornado happening in Oklahoma on Saturday night. I don't know what the problem is, but whatever weekend it ends up on, we're still waiting on the schedule to come out. Hopefully October 1st, they'll get some dates to us so I can plan the year. All the clubs out there sending in dates and stuff like that for qualifiers, and I'm already hating my life ahead of time. It's like I know January 30th and 31st we'll kick it off down there at Maysville, go down south, try to catch some warm weather, and then I think some of them are up on the website. We got a new 2027 tab if anybody wants to follow along home. So you'll be back home by then in January, right?
It kind of depends on what the job looks like, but we'll see.
There you go. What are you planning on doing with an environmental studies degree?
I'm not positive yet. Probably either like health and safety or surveying or something like that. I'm not really sure. I'm pretty open.
Find something that has a flexible travel schedule.
Yeah, hopefully that'd be ideal.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I just started the new job on June 1st and had no vacation built up. So I feel for you already. It's like, hey, I've been here a week. Can I have 4 days off in a row? They're like, no. Yeah. It's like,
not looking forward to asking that.
Well, you're gonna make more money shooting your bow than you're gonna work punching a clock. I mean, that's a business. You just tell them ahead of time. Be like, look, pulled $60K out of the last one of these I went to. Vegas win, pro-am cutting contingency checks. Like that's money that you can't turn down. I mean, not even winning one. I mean, just being in the top 5. I mean, you're looking at thousands of dollars coming in, and it's like, yeah, you can make a couple grand in a 2-week period, but that money's going to be there. Like that ground's always, it's going to be, you can survey it Friday or you can take off till Tuesday and it's still going to be sitting there. Like there's nothing on fire at work, and all you got to do is find a job that's going to work with you and be like, okay, kid, go give them hell. Like my boss told me when I was going to Vegas, she's like, good luck, hope you win. I was like, one, that I have no chance of that happening. You don't understand how this game works. And 2, if I do win Vegas, you'll never see my fat ass again. I'm never coming back.
Never touch your money.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Go pump out a win in Vegas and immediately retire from archery. Be like, all right, I'm not giving anybody a chance to run it back.
Can't argue with that.
Be the way to do it. So looking at the indoor schedule, is it something that you're trying to hit certain tournaments early to get some time on the line? Like I know we have the big one in, like the Iowa has a pro-am, the Hoosier 690, the Rumble. So you got all these good tournaments popping up across the Midwest that people kind of use as like preparation for Lancaster, preparation for Vegas. Is it something that you think you need to hit like 2 or 3 of those, or do you like kind of just practice at home where you can? What's the strategy? Because you've made the shoot down in Vegas more than once, like 2 or 3 times now. So what are you looking for going into indoor to kind of get your mental right, get your setup, see what it looks like under pressure?
I generally always like going to the smaller ones. I didn't make Iowa last year, but I've made it before. And then Hoosier, I think it's, Hoosier 690. That's always a fun tournament. It's actually starting to get pretty big. So I love that tournament. That's one of my favorite ones to go to. And then I think by the time you get Iowa and Hoosier done, I think Rushmore Rumble is usually up next. So
yeah. Have you had good success at the Rumble? You made that shoot down.
I made 2. I've made 2 of them shoot downs. That
was the year that Dane and the other 2 guys went forever. They went like 29 ends or something crazy like that.
That's crazy.
I'm hoping. I wish that they would give. I wish like every end that it continues to go, because they're always changing the rules. Lancaster's got the 12. Vegas wants to go to inside out. Indoor Nationals, you want to go to skinny arrows. All these different things. They ought to just leave it at 27s and say, okay, every end's another $250. And put a big tracker up there. It's like, yeah, y'all order pizza, don't let dinner burn on the stove, because we're going to let these guys shoot it out until somebody drops an X.
That would be neat. I've never heard of that idea.
What's another $100? I mean, yeah, you're already in it. I mean, so it's like 3, so they go 30 extra ends. That's $3,000. They're already taking home like 10, 15.
Yeah.
I mean, you can find a sponsor for that. That's easy money, and just let it be a marathon. It's like the Tour de France. Those guys race bikes over like 3 weeks consecutive. I'm like, you mean they're taking a nap on the side of the road and going back? They're like, no, they go to the hotel and just start the next day. Like, huh?
That would make it fun to watch.
Yeah, people tune in from that all over the world, and I'm just like, I don't get it. I don't watch competitive bicycle racing, but some people that do are like, this is awesome. We are right in the middle of the action. I'm like, we're on the third consecutive day of watching him pedal up the same hill. Like, this is slow death. He's like, no, man, he's making a move right now. This is happening. And I'm like, I don't get it. It's over my head. I'm just not smart enough for it. So I don't know, dude. There's so many internet warriors out there have their take on what an event needs to be, what it needs to be. And none of them shot good that weekend. No, probably didn't even have fun. All the comments that I've seen for the Bowhunter games specifically have been like, I didn't have that much fun shooting a bow competitively ever in my life. Like, it was awesome.
Yeah, everybody that was there, I haven't heard hardly any complaint.
Yeah, and a lot of people that weren't there, like me, are going to try to go do it next year. Like, yeah, if it's there, if I can get Thursday, Friday off and be back Monday, I'm gonna go. I might not. I've never put a single pin on my hunting bow. I've always got either a stationary 4 or a 4-pin slider that's never moved. But I think if I start early enough, because too many guys that want to go bow hunt pick up their bow on September 20th, and they're like, well, better get ready for October. I'm like, dude, you need to start that in like you were posting pictures on social media, June, July, just getting reps with that hunting bow.
I think I got that bow set up in, I think it was
May.
Yeah.
So were you trying to like you already had your 3D rig dialed in? Were you trying to get it done so you could concentrate on like the classic and not have to rush at the last minute?
I knew it'd be so different. I just wanted to put some time in it, and I usually shoot like 60 pounds. This one was like 76. So, I mean, I really just wanted to get used to it. That's why I built it so early.
There you go. Any difference in going back to your target rig? Like, did your target?
I shot an indoor game yesterday. I'm like, man, this feels different.
Yeah, I took
moving a lot, and then plus, I got a lot of weight on my front bar. It just feels a whole lot heavier.
Everything hurt after I put my target bow down for like 2 weeks to get my 33 ready to go hunt with, and I put some time in with it. I like how they're flying. They look good. They sound good. Paper tune says good. It's a coffee cup size group at 50 yards. That's pretty good for me. But I picked that target bow back up, and I'm like, how do you drive this thing, man? I think I took 6 ounces off of it, moved my peeps. I did all kinds of weird stuff to it after I tried the hunting bow for a couple of weeks. And I
hadn't touched my bow or the target bow since the classic. I'm like, man.
You went back from, so you started the year shooting the Victra, and then towards the end of the year, you went back to the Verdict.
Yeah.
Kind of talk about what led you to just more comfortable with the Verdict, or was it doing something you liked a little bit better?
It's just old reliable for me. I shot the Victra well. I didn't have the ASA season I wanted to with it, and I was kind of just running out of time and wanted to try to make something happen. So I went back to old reliable. It didn't really make much of a difference. So,
I mean, it's still been a pretty good year.
I'm not complaining.
What are your goals for next year, looking ahead? Because this will be your third season as a pro.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you looking forward to? What are you going to do different?
I really want to get better at indoors. They're just so much. It's not. I wouldn't say it's hard to be good, but they're just harder to win. I'd like to be more competitive indoors is really my main goal going into this year. I've been close, just never really got to the next level indoors.
What do you think the reason for that is? Is it a mental game? Is it a time behind the bow thing? Is it time of year? Like what?
Honest, I don't have a clue. I talk to people all the time that just shoot 30x rounds every day. I only shot like 4 last year. I don't know where the disconnect is for me. I mean, I shoot better at tournaments than I practice, which doesn't make sense. I don't get it, but
yeah,
that's really got to bridge that gap.
So you'll shoot better scores at tournaments than you will just on a regular Thursday afternoon.
Yeah, every tournament.
Really?
Practice.
Is it just more focused, more locked in, higher stakes?
I think it's really just focus. Like, I don't know. I try to focus practice wise, but I don't know. Really, I don't know.
We could write books on that right there, because everybody else in the world shoots at least 10 points lower in a tournament than they do at practice. That's just you're nerved up. Yeah.
I don't really get it, but
man, we need to study that brain. They actually have one of the local guys, Tom Stevenson, has it's like a headband that his Olympic recurve kids will wear, and it's got these different probes coming off of it. And I'm like, looks like a cochlear implant or something like that. It's kind of wild looking, but they're measuring different brain waves from when they set up shot to aim to it's there to execute. So your left side and right side of your brain will it'll switch off between aim and execute. Like one side's a concentrate thing and the other side's a something. So it's kind of weird to see if you can get those different light up what am I trying to say? Synapses in your brain to fire. Like some people are just cold, dead eyes, nothing going on in their head. And other people like me are just like lighten up over here. Okay, time to make the release go. Lighten up over here. All right, that was a 9. Pretty good shot for me. Pretty happy with that. But I mean, I did it in Vegas the last time I went, shot 6 X's in practice, first in for score, boom, 9, just like that. And it's like, where do the nerves come from? Like, kind of walk me through how to stay cool on the line.
I don't know. I think people are just wired different. Everybody handles everything differently. I've been really nervous before and still shot decent. I mean, it's harder when your legs are shaking and freaking pins moving everywhere. But
yeah,
as of lately, it hasn't been as bad, which I think why I finally found a little more success. But I really just try not to think about the outcome and then just focus on the process is my really only advice.
Hey, that's what they're tuning in to hear. I mean, everybody's like, how do I get better at archery? It's like, well, do you believe in yourself? Like, my dad has the worst mental game out of everybody in the world. He's like, he told Rick Gilly once, he said, I know I'm going to miss. I just hope I don't hurt anybody when the arrow lands. And Rick's like, that's a terrible way to look at. He's like, before you've even drawn your bow back, you're already kicking yourself. He goes, yeah, 100%. That's how it goes. I'm like, what? I just like, yeah, this one's going there. The last one went in the middle. And Steve Wingo says it's not nerves, it's excitement. Like, you're not nervous to shoot your bow. You're shooting your bow good. You haven't dropped an X. You're not nervous that you're going to drop an X because you haven't been doing that. You're excited to see what happens. And everybody mistakes one for the other. And it's like, I don't know. I've sure been awful nervous in my life, and it feels quite a bit like nerves.
There's definitely some truth to that. I've definitely felt both ends of the spectrum. Like, I've been nervous to miss before. It's not fun, but there's definitely both feelings for sure.
There you go. So was it who was in your group for the qualifying rounds before you got to the shoot off?
Second day I was with Matt Burns, Thomas, and I think the other guy's name was Austin. That was a great group of guys. So that first day was the same. I mean, it was just pretty fun to meet new people as always, and had some good shooters, so that helped.
Had pretty laid back, a lot of joking and talking the whole time.
Sure.
Never know when you get that one guy in the group that's like overly serious. They're like, dude, no matter who wins this tournament, everyone's going to work on Monday. All right. No one's quitting their day job after this. It's not that big a deal. But some people they want to lock in and be, just game face from the very first target. And I think that makes me personally more nervous. And Sly and I were talking about this at H&H yesterday. He was like, you got to talk, man. You see those people that just sit over there and don't talk to anybody and just stare straight ahead. He's like, that makes me more nervous than anything. I got to know the people that I'm, shooting. And if I don't know you, I'm going to be friends with you by the time we're done. Or they're going to be annoyed as hell with me. And they're like, I hope I never have to shoot with that guy again. He didn't shut up for 4 hours. It is what it is, man. I'm just trying to get a laugh out of you, man. That's all it is. You see the groups show up and they're like, oh no, are you on 17? I'm like, no, I'm on 15. He goes, oh, thank God. Thank God. Sigh of relief. Like what? It's like I called their arrows out or something. I'm not that tough of an arrow caller. Like
I don't think I've ever got to shoot with you. I don't think we ended up in the same state.
No.
We've been close, but
No, I don't think so, man. You were my first year in 45. You were winning out of it,
yeah.
and then one and done in 50 and 3 years of pro. Man, I can't believe it's been five years doing this.
Feels like yesterday.
I know. Back when I didn't have to worry about targets falling over and kids dry firing their bows and so getting in a fight with somebody in their group and wanting to switch mid round. I'm like, no, your group's your group. If you want to go be a jerk to them, you can deal with it for the rest of the day.
Yeah. You got a tough job there.
Yeah, it's not managing the ranges and the targets. It's managing personalities. It's like, well, you can't put this person with that guy, and you got to separate these two. And that married couple wants to shoot together, and that married couple does not want to shoot. And once you figure out, who hates who and who likes who, it's a pretty easy gig. I mean, they show up with $30 in their bow on their own.
Yep.
So what are what's the local ASA scene like up there? Do you guys get to go compete like as a school at other places besides Foley, or is that like the one tournament big 3D of the year?
We have a regional one at Rend Lake College in Illinois, so it's like 2 weeks before the tournament. A bunch of I think we're North Region or something, so we'll have a couple of schools from like Ohio and Illinois meet up there to get a little practice in.
How many do you think you have on your collegiate team?
I want to say we're at like 23 or so.
Okay, that's a good group.
Yeah.
So you got to take like 2, maybe 3 passenger vans to an event.
We usually take vans to the close stuff, and we'll take a bus to Foley. So.
Okay, perfect. So if anybody that's like a high school junior or senior wanted to shoot for Lindenwood, who would they get a hold of? Like, what's that recruiting process like?
Yeah, I'd say message anybody on the team, message the Instagram or Facebook page, or send over the coach's contact and go from there.
There you go. Do the students run the Instagram, or is that the coach?
No, students.
There you go. All right.
We try to keep it somewhat entertaining.
There you go. So what's the coach's name? What's his like level of experience?
We've got 3 coaches. Our head coach is Derek Schaub. He's been there since its get-go, and he's got tons of experience. He's coached golf and other sports. And then Joe Redding's assistant coach. He's really good with equipment and all that stuff. Bob Sieg, he's also good with equipment. He shot recurve and compound. So then we got Ben Meyer. He kind of does a bunch of the paperwork side, and so it's a pretty good team.
Is it a tryout team? Like, are there some people that don't make it, or if you go to school there and you want to shoot, are they gonna try to elevate your game to be competitive?
The way ours is set up, it's pretty much all just if you're there to compete. So
okay,
yeah.
I didn't know if you guys had like walk-ons or had like not red shirts, but people who are kind of not quite at that level yet, but they're probably not on archery scholarship, but they want to compete in college, and if they're going to bus you guys around the country, might as well be there for it. So didn't know if there was like
no, I don't
tryouts.
Really
no. Open tryouts, open recruitment.
Yeah, I think so. Kind of just reach out and see how it goes.
That must be a terrible job to have to be your archery coach.
I'm sure.
Hey, Lawson, keep doing what you're doing. It's like we're focus on this the freshman. Go like some kids over there blowing a string off a recurve. Like, how do I get it back on? You're like, okay, yeah, go help that guy.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Do they have recurve there? Is it just compounds, or do you guys have?
We have Bowhunter, open, bare bow, and recurve.
Barebow and recurve.
We have all 4 collegiate divisions.
So they probably send some of them to a lot of the USA archery circuit stuff.
I think there's like 4 or 5 people on the team that go to that stuff. So
there you go. We know those kids. It's the barebow recurve group, and they want to go to Buckeye Classic and Gator Cup and SoCal Shoot Down. And hey, that's a whole different world. With the Olympics coming up, all the have you looked into shooting some of those qualifying stuff for that?
No, I really haven't yet, but it's kind of on my radar. I've only ever shot one outdoor target tournament this past year. So
You see that flag hanging on the wall behind you? America needs you, son. All right, you're not getting shot at by anybody. It's not like the Vietnam draft. Okay, you just got to put the shirt on and go shoot your bow and beat some kid from freaking Bangladesh or some crap.
It'd be a cool experience. I think we'll see what all the stuff shakes out, like qualifying wise, but I'll probably try to do some of it.
I think the only downside is knowing that they're only going to take like one guy and one girl, and that it's rough to like, because there's going to be overlaps for big tournaments. Like you go to a big tournament, you can win $5,000, $10,000, $50,000 if it turns out your way. How are you going to put that down to go maybe qualify for the Olympics, where they're going to have you pay for your entire plane trip, uniform, room and board, equipment, and at the end they're going to give you a medallion and say, "Good job, son. Appreciate that."
Yeah, like, you gotta do it for the love of the game.
Right? I mean, the people that are doing it, and I'm excited to see it because like there's this overlap of very few people like Tanya Gellantine. She's going to shoot Vegas shoot off. She's going to be in the top 5 at the ASA, but then she's also going like Paige. You know, they go compete every single discipline in archery, and it's like you live out of a suitcase. You go to the airport every single week. You fly in, you fly out. Sometimes they don't even go home. They just go from one tournament to the next and have their bow like shipped to them. It's like, what? I don't know how they do it. I can go shoot good in my own backyard and that's about it. But, you know, driving 14 hours across the country and then trying to put 40 good targets together, it just, I don't know how these guys do it at a high level. It's crazy.
It's definitely a grind at like mid-season, which, I mean, you know how extensive tournaments are, running stuff. It's not easy.
It's a pain in the ass is what it is. But everybody that comes out and has fun, they're like, man, that was awesome. It's like, well, I'm going to do it again then. So it's like, I wish we could get it to a place where it was just good enough and we could say, this is it. This is how we should do it. But every year the struggle is like, in my mind, and this might be just me and how my brain works. It's like, what are you going to do next? What are you going to do bigger? What are you going to do better? And it's like, I just want to get it to a point where it's done. You know what I mean?
Maintainable.
Exactly. Like it's like they just keep moving the goal line back, and I probably do it to myself. But I feel like if we don't give them like new stuff, like how cool would it be to have at a regular pro-am just a couple of those lifestyle event ranges? Like I want to see, because you got your 20 official targets, right? Delta McKenzie makes like 43 different targets. Like no one has seen the white mountain goat or the lion or the alligator or the standing bear. Like those are awesome targets.
This weekend or last weekend.
Yeah, like that shouldn't be the only place we see them. And I wish they would do. Mark Tackett said this years ago. He's like, why do you have 20 official targets and then states 30? Make 30 official targets and then rotate them out for what you see and what you don't see. I'm like,
the whole lineup and choose 20 random targets at ASA.
Yeah. We want to see that. We want to see that $1,500 elk at every single club. Like, no, they can't afford it. It's way too expensive. He's very heavy, especially if he gets rained on. It's like you'll hurt yourself putting him up. And then the horns break, and that's just absolutely devastating. But for events like this, like I would love to see it just back on the side of Vendor Village. Like you got your, you know, and I don't know that – I know they need to get more like regular bow hunters there for the vendors, because like everybody that shoots target archery, I've got 2 bows. I've got 2 sights. I've got a bag full of releases. I don't need to buy anything. But, you know, your regular old bow hunter, he comes out and hits 2 or 3 fun ranges, and then all of a sudden it's like he's in the middle of Vendor Village. So it's like, okay, I might look at that target bow, or I might go get a verifier or a new sight or something like that. So I think anything they can do to get more people in the gate, which you don't want to make the ASA set. Okay, I know you set 14 competition ranges. Can you do 6 more? Like, can you just squeeze it out? Can you just go a little earlier and ship a few more targets there? Like, it's hard to ask them to do that. But if they're going to grow this, I think they're onto something.
Yeah, I would agree. I think you just got to bring more fun into it for like the non-competitive people. I mean, I don't know really how you bridge that gap between fun and fun and competitive. Seems like that's a tough thing to figure out.
As a pro competing at a pro-am, if they did something like that, would you bring your hunting bow and shoot or are you locked in on your target bow? I'm here to compete. Like, would it even be feasible for you to bring that second bow and say, you go get, Bodie and Levi and a couple of other, people in the class and be like, hey guys, let's all throw $20 in and go, see who can shoot the highest round on C range or D range or whatever.
I mean, as fun as this past weekend was on ranges like that, I don't see why not.
Yeah, buddy. You're gonna come back to 145 and put a hurting on them.
I would.
Well, I mean, IBO has a pro bow hunter class, and we have in Oklahoma, I think we have as many 145 guys as they do at a pro-am. Yeah. There's like 23 of them on a small weekend. There's crazy.
That's what your average person is going to shoot anyway.
Yeah, that's why they made the classes, because everybody wanted a slider, and now all pins classes are sliders. And now that there's like 7 people that are forever angry about it, and they're never going to let it go ever. And they're out there just wishing death on the ASA. It's like, if you make 5 people mad and get 5,000 people to maybe come to your event, like that's what you got to do. That like you don't have a choice. Like it is what it is. I'm sorry, recruitment wise, but they need to have 160 so that the 145 guys have something to win out of. Because those guys, they want to go to tack and shoot 100 yards. Let them air it out. So let the pros go back to 60. Let them shoot it in the mornings like you always do. And then have the 160 guys go shoot the same 60-yard range afterwards. That way they're not setting – because y'all, that 2 years ago, your class, the men's open, was the only 60-yard class. They set 40 full targets just for your, men's open or men's known pro. So just make it worth the effort on their end and let more people shoot it. Because I think look at the Bowhunter games guys that want to shoot freaking bombers at 59.5 yards with no lens. Move the pros to 60 or back to 60. Maybe even the judgers. I don't know. That's kind of I don't want to speak for them. That I'm not one of them. I don't want to put that evil on them. But like, let the short bar guys go do that. Make it pins 30 Hunter 30, Hunter 45, and Hunter 60. That way you don't have a class every 5 yards and you're getting these tack style events. It's like, hey, you could do it as a fun round, or you can go pay, what is it, $60, $70? Or no, I guess for me it's 60 or it's like $60. It could be yours is like $300.
Yeah.
For the pro. Yeah, you can go pay, not you personally, Lawson, but normal bow hunter people can go pay $60 if you like it and go ahead and enter the tournament. Like, open that thing up on freaking Tuesday and have all those practice ranges out there and just spend the early part of the week setting 4 to 6 practice, or like the full practice range, which I would like it if that was doubled. Like, I don't want 10 targets at each distance. I want a full 20 at each distance. So make that 80 instead of 40 because it's super duper crowded. Cram them lanes in there. I know that's a lot to ask. And then go set 4 to 6 fun round ranges. Open it up on Monday. People will take off work and you'll have like a miniature tack event before the Pro-Am starts. That way, when all the vendors show up, you have between Monday and Thursday to convince someone to shoot an ASA round Friday, Saturday. If you come shoot your bow with me for 4 days, I could convince you to sign me over the title to your freaking house, let alone shoot 40 targets for $60. Like, that's an easy sell. And then you get like, the pros that are traveling to it, they'll show up, Tuesday or Wednesday. Like, they're showing up super early.
And
that way
shows up Wednesday anyway.
Who does?
All the pros.
Yeah, they're showing up there. So you've got people that have never competed with the top of the line professionals that are there at the same time. And I mean, some pros want to rub elbows. Some pros kind of might not want to spend the time with, Joe Nobody. Not dropping any names out there, but some of them are easier to approach than others. But if I was just getting into it and I'm casually standing there on the practice range and some big old 6'8" guy named Tim Gillingham's sitting there, he could probably teach a new guy a thing or two, like, hey, you're punching it. That's awesome. You just need to punch it better. Like, okay, thanks. So I'm over there like, okay, don't flinch before you punch. Tim's like, just punch it. Just cut out the flinch and you're going to be the next Kyle Douglas. Like, there you go. So I don't know. I feel like the people running it could buy themselves some time setting up the competition ranges, and that way you don't have the issue. Set up the unknown yardage guys, set them up last. That way they can't go out there and allegedly, look at the targets early or whatever whatever we're worried about them doing or not doing. You set them up on Friday morning at 7 a.m. at first light, and then push it. Don't make them shoot at 7:30. You only got to set one stake. It's a 50-yard class. So set the range up, Thursday night, and then go out there Friday morning at 6:30, 7 o'clock, set 20 stakes, and then push their start time back till 9. So the pros aren't shooting at 7:30 when the sun's not even up. Y'all are shooting for the most money out of everybody there, and we're making them shoot in the worst conditions. That's not conducive for good competition. You have the Remington Boyer rule, where you go call breakdown, chill for 45 minutes, and wait for the sun to peek over the hill. I don't know if they called it the Remington Boyer rule, but it's the breakdown, whatever. Call it. Yeah, is that pretty common knowledge? I'm not trying to throw a shot at the guy.
No, it is.
Hey, it's a game of strategy and competition. Play smarter, not harder.
If it's not in the rule book.
Yeah, I mean, we're all joking about Kyle Douglas's stabilizer V-bar front mount thing. Okay, be smarter. Do anything you can do to get an advantage. Make that decision.
For sure.
I'm worried about going to London and having to take my lens out and see if it changes my point of impact or not. Because we about had to do it at State on Friday when it started raining. I was shooting a 15,000th pin with a little tiny aperture, and all year I've got away with it because it's bright and never had a real dim day. Well, here comes State, and it's raining on us the whole time, and I'm got my sight almost all the way off. I'm running an E-TAC on 1, and it's covering up the entire 10 ring at anywhere between 20 to 45 yards. I can't see anything around it, and I'm just like, do I just take this out? Because I haven't shot with it out to see where it's going to hit or anything like that. But those pros are telling me, yeah, you got to do that before London, dude. You got to know where it's going to hit in case you get a 26-yard cougar under a tree. Or no, the cougar's not black anymore. The cougar's brown. What's the hog? The hog. Something like that.
Yep. So
out of everything at the Bowhunter games, shoot down wise, what was your favorite target? What was your least favorite target?
I'd say not really least favorite, but the hardest for me was probably the white goat. It's kind of on a side hill and downhill and just in the bright sun.
Did you have a pin on it or did it wash out?
No, I had my pin on. It was only 15 though, which is crazy for a bow hunter setup.
Yeah. That was been my issue with the white, and we don't know yet what targets are going to be bringing back. Who was it? Was it Christian Berry did the commercial with the standing bear, and that got him talking about the standing bear. But Chris Perkins bought the white mountain goat, and that got all. Then I was like, Chris lives in Canada. He's probably going to hunt him in his backyard. I don't read too much into it, but I think there's going to be a weird one. I don't know if it's going to be the gator, the standing bear, the white mountain goat. Something coming out is going to be, because we got 2 black hogs and a javelina. We don't need another deer. We don't need another pig. We need something that's 60
The lion would be cool.
Which one?
The lion.
The lion?
It's still brown, but it's just a big target. It's kind of cool.
I like the brown ones. I mean, I'm good with that. I can see the rings a little bit better, but he's pretty significant size, didn't he?
A big target, yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt what they're selling the used ranges for. It's gonna jack that price up just a little bit. But man, I don't know. Is there anything we need to cover before we let you go? I know you probably got class and homework and everything else. So I don't want to keep you too long.
I don't think I have anything.
All right, man. Well, congrats again on being the first ever Bowhunter champion. I'm sure you're going to come back next year and give it a good run to be the defending champ. Maybe go 2 for 2.
We'll see.
If they don't move the pros back to 60, it's your fault because you're gonna put a hurting on them at 60. They're like, well, we were thinking about it, but Lawson shot pretty good, and we better keep them at 50. So the 12 rings filled up, just 5 arrows in it. That's the only way to slow them down. But man, congrats again. Have a good semester. Go finish up. Don't worry about missing out on any deer hunting. You got the whole rest of your life to do that. And I guess we'll see you for the Oklahoma Open in December.
Yep, I'll be there.
Yeah, buddy. So you are the guy everybody is worried about. So y'all start practicing your indoor, go kill your deer. Lawson's coming to take your money in December, and then he's got to go back for finals right after that. So that's the only advantage that the normal people have, is we don't have a midterm to worry about or a final. How many hours you taking your last semester? You got 15, 16?
I only have 12 this semester.
Oh, you're done. That's cakewalk, dude. You're ready. Well, thanks to all of our sponsors at the podcast: Cooper Heat and Air, H&H Archery, Summit Bowstrings. We're gonna keep doing it. We don't have a whole lot to talk about during the month of August and September. So if there's somebody you want us to get on and talk to, or somebody that you want to see before indoor season starts, y'all drop us a comment down there. And Lawson, before we go, shout out your sponsors one more time. Anybody you want to say hey to, and then drop your if you want to put your social media, how these people can follow along and get a hold of you.
Yep, I got Elite Archery, True Ball, True, Ultra, Scott Arrows, Specialty. I think that's it. And then obviously Lindenwood University, and I think that's it.
Buddy, well, congrats again, man. Thank you for sitting down with us. I'm sorry Dave had to boogie. I think his wife's car broke down. He had to go save her. So I'm sure you can sympathize with that.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Anytime, man. Go win something else. We'll come and do it again.
All righty. Appreciate you.
Thanks, sir.